Hi, this is Judy. In lieu of a scary clouds video for Halloween, due to time constrictions, I just decided to pull out a sampling of the darker and more mysterious skies and cloud formations I've had the pleasure of viewing and capturing in the Sonoran Desert of Arizona. None of these photos has been edited or modified artistically. Now, my camera comes with a random creative filter setting that I use in order to better distinguish certain features of the clouds that we cannot ordinarily see. And that's what you see in these photos. I did not apply these effects, the camera did, accentuating the shape, coloring, or outline of the clouds only, not the formation. So what you see is exactly what was up in the sky. That being said, there is a long tradition of naming the shapes we see in the sky, clouds that look like things and symbols associated with culture, spirituality, religion, mysticism, and shamanic practice. While there are scientific names for most of these strange cloud formations, some folks believe they can be manifestations of spirits in disguise, or even UFOs. They call them sylphs. Now, to me, it doesn't have to be either or. It can be both. I mean, to each his own, right? It's the Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, and so forth. Speaking of, there's a UFO right there. There's some spirits. And to me, that looks like spirits there, heads or something coming out of the rim of clouds. Now this is interesting. You see those two cactus? Now sit back. Doesn't that look like two scary eyes to you? Now that's the perfect Halloween thing right there, these two scary eyes looking at you. But it was getting really dark, and that's what the camera picked up. Now some of these formations, like what you're seeing there, happen to be precipitated by contrails, jet trails from the jets that fly over. We get so many of those, and that accounts for a lot of the strange formations that I photograph. But still, even these formations take on a so-called life of their own. And that looked like a tentacle coming down of some kind there. Most of my photographs are captured around sunset and twilight. So many of these pictures that you see will be natural coloring for that reason. We also get a lot of crepuscular rays. Those are sun rays, and then the anti-crepuscular rays that happen on the opposite side of the sunset, where they don't seem like they should be. Now these arrays were absolutely fabulous. And look at that! There's even a bird there, a weird contrail. Now this was a sunrise, and I thought that looked like a pterosaur, one of those big dinosaurs with wings rising up over the horizon. These are definitely spirit type shapes. Dragons. I see a lot of dragons. And that looked like two eyes to me. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This reminds me of a cartoon caricature of two evil spirits, goblins, or witches or something coming at each other, about to fight. And then a lot of times what I see are, now look at that. That was a weird shape, a vortex shape that the contrails took. And this is called Kelvin Helmholtz. It's a very rare cloud formations. Again, they look like heads, a row of heads sticking up, or spirits of some kind. But I see a lot of dragons. I also see submarines. I see hawks. Look at that lightning bolt there. What looks like a lightning bolt. But I see hawks, winged beings. Those are common shapes many people see. Now this looks like some giant moth monster out of a B movie. And see, I was gonna do a video for Halloween called Spirits Arriving and show all the little shapes that look like spirits flying or spirits coming down. And that looks like some type of a light ray or something aimed at the earth. Or it could be a huge phoenix or Garuda type bird rising from the ashes. You know, it all depends on your personal makeup, probably. It says a lot about the person. Now, what is that? What is that thing? I don't know what that was, but it was there. It's probably some weird formation that happened as a result of a contrail, but very, very weird, very strange. Now that's obviously a big prehistoric bird rising, little dinosaurs running around on the bottom. Oh, there's my angel. Do you see it? That was really up there. It's one of the pictures on my art site. Oh, this looks to me like a dinosaur's head with its tongue sticking out. Kind of leaning back. Some giant lizard. Little wavy spirit. There's the dinosaur again. Now look at these. This was really fascinating. I think that could have been a form of Virgo, which is a cloud formation where the rain doesn't quite hit the ground. See there, that's rain that's coming down, but it's evaporating before it hits the ground. Again, that looks like some type of chorus line of weird spirits. And this looks like the exoskeleton of an alien or something. I don't know. While I'm a fan of all kinds of movies, I'm a big fan of the alien movies. Ripley is my favorite, one of my favorite heroines. And look, there is a snake. Isn't that beautiful? That was completely natural there. Here's the filter on it. Again, these are the darker pictures. I have some that are far more beautiful, of shapes very similar to these. Well, my first intention was to put together something for Halloween. Now, see the moon there? There's a tiny little crescent moon there toward the center. There's something that definitely looks like some sylphs or some other form of elementals descending to the earth. And there's some more. I forgot what these kinds of clouds are called right there, but they look like footprints or fingerprints in the sky. Those look like three big beings. A lot of these look like ghosts. If that's what you want to see, you can see angels. Or you could just see pretty clouds. Or weird clouds, or a meteorological term, whatever that is. I can't memorize all of them. I've tried, but I just can't seem to commit them to memory. I love that one. That looks like some big extraterrestrial insect type being coming down. And if you read my book, you know I don't believe that extraterrestrials are innately hostile at all. And there are already protocols for dealing with them. Oh, there it is. My dragon in the airway there, the flight path. Dragon in the flight path. I think that's what I titled it. It's one of the pictures on my art site. Beautiful dragon type beings. And I truly believe that many of these extraordinary manifestations and transformations spring from the mixture of contrails with the unique atmospheric conditions only found here in the Arizona Sonoran Desert. But I've seen the Kelvin Helmholtz here at least 6 times, and they say that is a rare cloud sighting, one of the rarest. But I see them a lot. Look at that arrow or bird coming down there. More little spirits saying, "Hi, how are you?" Those are beautiful. And that's called something too, the way that the contrails fray there at the end, that has a name. I don't remember it, but it has a name. And I wanted to get this out today, so I'm not taking the time to look them up. Maybe next time. That is my whale. Very much like my submarine in the sky. If any of you see anything particular in these pictures that you want to point out to me, let me know. I'll be happy to add it to a description. I do plan to, well, there's my submarine. I do plan to do smaller shows. That's my spirits arriving. This was so beautiful when I saw this. It was just so gorgeous. It was at sunset. All these little clouds and close up. Yeah, I know these are altocumulus. Now that is some type of reverse Kelvin Helmholtz there. Dark waves. Then during monsoon season we do get a lot of the towering cumulus, nimbus, whatever us. Okay, and then there's my baby dragon. I don't know if you saw it, it went by really fast. we get these huge, massive fronts coming in, and you can see that in some of these pictures. In the front there is a sandstorm, and then behind it you have the towering cumulus and the thunderheads. We get a lot of them with the anvil bases, like right there. It was during monsoon season, right before we had a huge flood. And what's that? These three little heads popping up there. More Kelvin Helmholtz. And that's caused by wind shear. I do know that much. There's a moon. In the sky. It's called the moon. And everybody's there, including... I'm not going to sing for you. That's a B-52 song. There's Venus. I do capture planets, Mars and Jupiter, Venus, in many photos. And this was something big, black, and ominous over my house. Too dark. Near twilight. Actually, it was past twilight. Oh, and there's the great footprint in the sky. That's all, folks. For now, at least. Here's Cloud Cucino, or Running or Swimming Man, or whatever, saying, happy trails. See you next time.